Hello Hillmen, Mr. Crase with another Hillmen highlight report for this week. And I wanted to start this week with our 7 mindsets. We've got a really great lesson. Every week's a great lesson. This week we're continuing with the theme of passion first. And the topic is take a stand. And a big part of that is being more than just a bystander, but becoming an upstander. And I included some great resources about what that meant in school, but outside of school as well. And there's a great challenge this week that I wanted to put out there for everybody at the start of the video. The next time you see someone being treated badly, take a stand and say something. And I think that's something that as a school, as a building, if we can embrace that mindset of being an upstander and taking a stand when we see issues of bullying, issues of harassment, issues of discrimination, if we can address those, if students can address those, that's going to create a much more inclusive and supportive culture here at Platteville High School. And that's my goal, and I hope that's everyone's goal. And I know that we're moving towards that, and I think this week's lesson is going to be an important step in embracing that vision of a supportive environment for all students. Wanted to follow up from an announcement last week. I talked about community service and some of the options that are coming up. We had some great support this week. We had people filming and broadcasting at some different events and games. Lots more opportunities to come up as we move into the spring season, hopefully soon. And those forms are available for community service hours in the Student Services Office. So if you want to stop in there and talk with Mrs. Musara, she'll get you those forms, and we can get those community service hours. Thank you so much, students, for wanting that and wanting to really make a difference in our community. This announcement is for the 100% virtual students. We've got some support opportunities available for 100% virtual students, and some of that's on Wednesdays, checking in with your teachers, making sure that you're communicating with them, whether that's on Schoology or via email or Zoom. But we also have some opportunities for students to come into the building and be a part of the in-person virtual support. So you come into the Commons, you've got your own spot, you're 6 feet away from anybody else, so we're taking care of all the safety measures that we need to. But then you're in the building, you got great Wi-Fi, and you're able to get some additional support if needed. That is available to any virtual student Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 3:35. So please take advantage of that if you're interested or able, and we can continue to support all learners here at Platteville High School. March 9th, very important day here at Platteville High School, especially if you are a junior. That day will be the in-person ACT testing day. A lot of information has already gone out about that, but I want to keep reminding students, very important day for yourself and for our school. That data that is collected from that ACT test is something that can open some doors for you and also reflects on the learning that's happening here at Platteville High School. So please make sure you mark that on your calendar and you're ready to go for the ACT test on March 9th. If you are not a junior, that day is going to look a little different for you as well. If you're a freshman, sophomore, senior, that will be a virtual day. So we'll pivot to virtual learning because we're going to be using all the classroom spaces here for the in-person testing. Platteville High School and Southwest Technical College have been working really hard on some amazing opportunities for next year's seniors. And those opportunities involve a dual certification program with Southwest Tech and Platteville High School. Basically, students are going to walk across that stage and not only get their high school diploma, but they would also receive a diploma from Southwest Technical College in either lab science or a CNC certification program. So some really amazing opportunities. I'd really encourage anybody that's in that junior class to look into that if they're interested. You'll be a college student right here at Platteville High School from, I think it's 8 to 12:30 every day. And then the afternoons you take your traditional high school courses. Please see Mrs. Bush or myself to get some more information about that. The deadline is quickly approaching, the first week of March. We're going to be signing students up for that program for next year. So please reach out if you're interested, and it's an incredible opportunity. I really hope students take advantage of it. Another big update here at Platteville High School, we are reintroducing Flexisched. And for those that aren't familiar with Flexisched is, it's a flexible scheduling period that is during opposite a student's lunch. So right now, to work with social distancing, we have 4 separate lunch periods over a 100-minute block of time. When you're not eating lunch, those other 75 minutes are your pride time period. And what we've had for the first semester is you're in the same classroom working with one teacher for that whole 75 minutes. what we're going to be implementing and kind of piloting over the next couple of weeks is opportunities for students to check in with other teachers and get support. So if you're maybe struggling in math class and your pride time teacher maybe happens to be a social studies teacher, now you can schedule yourself to your math teacher and you can get some extra support in math. We're also going to be promoting some different enrichment opportunities. Really the goal there is to extend and promote learning beyond just what's happening in the classroom. So I'm really excited about the use of Flexisched for hopefully the rest of the year and the opportunities that's going to provide students. So be sure you're signing up for those Flexisched courses and look for those support opportunities as well. We are at the Platteville High School Commons standing in front of a bulletin board that represents Black History Month. And I wanted to start this video clip by thanking Mr. Wages for the effort that he put in kind of spearheading this recognition of some Black Americans and the impact that they've had on our state, on our country, and on our world. I also want to take this opportunity to introduce Mrs. Zachary. She is our high school's equity and diversity curriculum coach, and she's going to tell us about a couple of stories that are up here this week, and then we'll kind of revisit this bulletin board in the coming weeks throughout the month of February and highlight some other stories as well.
Hi everyone. So again, I just wanted to thank Mr. Wages. It was definitely the inspiration behind kind of creating this. We really wanted to do something that was more visual, especially in the Commons where students are interacting and engaging and coming for lunch. And so while the teachers at Platteville High School are doing a lot to celebrate Black History Month, this is just one visual example of what we are doing to recognize some really important Black Americans. So the overall theme for 2021 is this idea of family, and that really came about with knowing that family can take on lots of different forms. And so family can be brotherhood, and family can be the family that you're born into, and family can be the family that you create. And so the pictures and stories will change out every single week. And so to start, we do have kind of a huge array of different famous Black Americans and their families. A few that I really wanted to highlight with special thanks to the Wisconsin Heritage website, that's where I got my information, and some of the stories are just really important Wisconsin families. And so I especially thought that this was really amazing. This family of William, Sarah, and Ollie Green is actually representative of Pleasant Ridge, Wisconsin. Pleasant Ridge was actually founded in 1848 by freed slaves. And I think that that is just amazing, and it's a huge testament to something that maybe a lot of our students don't know, which again I think shows us that we need to know more. We need to know more about Wisconsin's history, and we need to know more about our state and our nation and our world's history. And so hopefully this is one small representation of the learning that's taking place in the classrooms and with our teachers and with our students. So again, huge thanks to Mr. Wages, and we can't wait to continue to learn and grow together in this area.